Good morning and welcome to Thorpe Park, where we're here for Fright Nights 2019. I'm looking forward to seeing what the event's like this year because we both have mutual thoughts on last year's event. Go straight in there with it. I thought it was terrible.
Yeah.
Like we really didn't have a good time last year. Felt like a lot of the attractions were sort of rushed and put together.
But don't worry, Vulcan Pete's not bad.
Yes, Vulcan Pete was probably the worst scare maze I've ever done. And yeah, like we just didn't have the best of time. It was really busy, queue management was poor, the atmosphere wasn't great. But so far for this year, we're hearing good things.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we couldn't make it for the press night because we was away in Orlando, Florida. However, we've come down here on a Friday where we're hoping it's going to be a little bit quieter. Fingers crossed. So we've got all the new attractions to experience, some returning classics as well, and I'm looking forward to it, especially Freak Massacre. I'm looking forward to seeing that, the new attraction for this year. It's all been built around the former Loggers Leap station, and it has got a bit of chainsaw action.
I'm used to them now.
Charlotte's over it. What are you looking forward to?
I'm just looking forward to getting in some more mazes.
Hey! No, I am looking forward to it. Like I said, we didn't have the best time last year, but we're forgetting about that now. We thought, you know, we'll make sure at the start, we're going in fresh. It's 2019. There's some new stuff for this year, and I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully we've come on a good day. So let's get started. It's just gone 11 o'clock, so the park's been open for about an hour already. Looks really quiet in there if you look at the queue times. And yeah, looking forward to the spooks. They all start from what, 3 o'clock?
3 o'clock.
Or most of them open at 3. So I'm looking forward to that. And we'll do some rides as well. Are you excited?
Yeah.
This is it, Thorpe Park Fright Night 2019. Let's see what the park's got in store for us this year. So here's a little look at the back of the Fright Nights map for this year, so we can see all the different attractions that are on offer. Freak Massacre just there from 3 p.m. until 10 p.m. and that's over in Old Town. That's the main new attraction for this year. Love all the branding for it. I think it looks fantastic and I can't wait to get inside. Platform 15, 3 until 10 p.m. also down in Old Town. Blair Witch, open from dusk until 10 p.m, located in the jungle. We've got Living Nightmare from AMC The Walking Dead. That's from 3 until 10 p.m. as well, also over in Old Town. Down in Lost City, we've got The Walking Dead, Do or Die. So you've got 5 actual scare mazes for us to go through. Along with that, you've got the Screenplex Cinema. That's like a sort of spooky sort of film that you can go and watch in there. And then along with that, you've got Terror at Amity High School Sucks, which is shows every 20 minutes from 3 p.m. until 9:40. And that's all round by Stealth. And then also you've got Containment that returns for this year as well, which is an escape room. But there you go, there's a look at the back of the map. Let's have a look at the inside there at some of the branding. Must say I'm loving all the Home of Fear for this year. Let's hope that it actually is. I'm really looking forward to seeing the event later on today. And of course we'll start going in the mazes from 3 o'clock. In the meantime, let's go ride some coasters. We've got some body bags swinging about in the trees up here. There we go. Bit breezy out here today, but the coasters are running and they look quite quiet. So we're heading over to the Swarm first. It's good to see though. We like a bit of theming.
That did because the body bag was like.
It looks good though, that doesn't it? Bit of part theming.
Man over here.
Oh yeah, they put like all the corn around there as well. We've got some more stuff hanging up in the trees over here. Yeah, that looks quite cool.
With horns.
There we go. It's quite nice actually, just a bit of theming, it's what we like, you know, it just adds to the atmosphere of the event. Hopefully there's some more stuff around the park as well. And the good thing with Thorpe Park, when it comes to Fright Nights, something that they're normally quite consistent on is lighting. The park normally looks really good with all the lighting, doesn't it? Lots of like greens and blues, so hopefully that's still the case. Well, let's go and have a ride on the Swarm and we'll put in some off-ride footage for you all. See you when we come off. A wonderful back row ride on the Swarm, 2 trains in operation, and it was a walk-on.
Yeah,
enjoy that?
I actually really enjoyed that.
Yeah, normally it can be a bit intense for you, can't it?
But I found it okay.
Yeah, straight on, good start. Got straight on a coaster, good operations. Stealth looks pretty quiet up here as well. What's it say, 20 minutes maybe? That's not too bad for Stealth, the 2006 Intamin Accelerator. So we're gonna have a ride on here. Yeah, good start to the day. Oh. ride on Stealth.
Oh, I love Stealth so much.
And we only waited 15 minutes, and that was for a front row.
Yeah, we got front.
Can't believe it, there was literally no front row queue on Stealth, which is rare, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've not seen it like that for a long time, only on like a ultra quiet day, so did quite well there. But it's a great coaster.
I love it.
I'm really hoping one day to get Charlotte on something like Top Thrill Dragster at Cedar Point or Kingda Car. Love to get you on one of those, but you know, Stealth is a baby version, but it's great. Like the acceleration's still really good on there. Anyway, straight on to our next coaster, Nemesis Inferno, and the mist is in full form just behind us. Look at that, bit misty. Let's go on. So we just had our ride on Nemesis Inferno. We're on the second row, weren't we there? You enjoy that?
I love that. I'm sorry, but I prefer it to the original.
Oh, controversial.
I love it so much. It's not as intense for me as Nemesis.
I can understand that. It's all the rocks around Nemesis that make it though. The fact it was dug into a pit. But what team are you on? Comment down below. Original Nemesis or Nemesis Inferno? That's why she's wearing a red coat today, I think. On Inferno. I love it. It is. We are a bit warm actually, aren't we?
Yeah.
We thought we were just coming back from Florida. Oh, you know, we're going to be a bit chilly, but it's all right so far. But here we go. We've got some Fright Nights merchandise here for you. Here we go. The Freak Massacre mug. How much is that? What we got? Different prices all on there. £8. Obviously, you're going to get your annual pass discount on there, I'd imagine as well. There we are. You got the Fright Nights, the Home of Fear hoodie. Not a big fan of that. It looks a bit bland, doesn't it? What have we got on the back? Oh, you got that new branding. It would be really nice if they did something a bit like the Halloween Horror Nights top. Like, here we go, show us what we got. So, there we go. On the back, you got the event, Halloween Horror Nights, then all the different mazes or houses, as they call them over there. Back to mazes for us now.
This t-shirt is so good. I love it.
And on the front, Maximum Screamage. Be nice if they did something a bit more like that for merch. Down the bottom here, you got some shot glasses. You got a special Fright Nights Dairy Milk. Oh no, it's just an Oreo one. You got these cups just here as well. Normal mug out the back. Yeah, they're okay. I just think it all looks a bit bland in terms of the merchandise, but you know, it's something, and you've got a lanyard over there as well.
Like, cheap.
Yeah, something I am liking though is the fact that they actually changed the audio around the park and also on the rides platforms, like on Stealth and Nemesis Inferno, some different announcements going up there, which was good, and different audio. Yeah, it's just that some of it looks okay, but other bits look a bit cheap.
I quite like the lanyard.
But we've done 3 coasters in like just over an hour, so we're going to continue, probably go down towards Saw the Ride, and also a ride on Colossus as well. Whee, body bags. Love it, little things like this that really add to the atmosphere. So just before we go and do a couple more coasters, here's a look at the exterior to Freak Massacre. Yeah, like I mentioned at the start of the vlog, this is the station and former queue line for Loggers Leap, the log flume that they had here that closed a few years back. And yeah, it looks like quite good actually, even what they've done with the exterior. You got all the sign up there, and that blade actually spins round, so we'll see that later from when it opens at 3. You got the sign up the top there, Creekwood Sawmill, a family business since 1889. And I've lost Charlotte. I'm not too sure where she's gone, unless she's maybe gone for a ride on the Rocky Express. There she is. Whee! She's got a red coat on and she's in the red train. There we go. This is such a childhood classic. It's quite funny though, isn't it? Seeing a little ride like this, a family ride. She loves it. Out the front of a big horror attraction where we're going to get attacked by chainsaws later. I love it. But yeah, looking forward to seeing what this is all about. Like you can see here, they've actually built like a ramp over the former trough there for Loggers Leap. So it is sad to see the ride in this state, isn't it? I mean, look at that. It is a shame, but at least they're actually using the station building and queue for something. But because they've built a horror attraction in here, I'd imagine this is going to be here for a good few years. So what does that mean for the rest of the site over here? I mean, does this mean it's going to be staying like this for a while? Or is this just temporary? I mean, who knows? But the fact they've gone and spent the money and put an attraction in here for this year makes me think that it's going to follow the suit of most Fright Nights attractions and run for a good few years. So yeah, it seems like we might be not seeing this site used for development for a little while yet. But I'm looking forward to the maze later tonight, Freak Massacre. next it's time for a ride on Colossus, the power of 10. So it was advertised a 5-minute queue when we joined. Probably waited about 20 minutes so far. It is on 2 trains. We initially thought when we joined the queue it was on 1 train because we were going around really slow getting the dispatches out. But no, it is on 2. Tell you what though, we've got a bit of Halloween theming in here. There you go, look, we've got some skulls hanging up from the ceiling. You also just noticed as well that you've got like the Colossus sign, like all painted in blood over on the op cabin. That's quite cool. You saw that in the last clip just. But we've got no audio in here, which is a shame. But here we go, it's going to have a ride on Colossus. Well, we've got the speaker covered in cobwebs over there. Maybe that's why there's no audio. Ended up waiting about 25 minutes there, would you say, for Colossus, the power of 10. But no, I do like how they put a bit of Halloween theming in the station. It looks a bit budget, but they've done something, and you know, it's good. At least they've tried with that one. In terms of the audio around the park and stuff, I believe that changes from 3 o'clock when the first maze is open. So looking forward to hearing that. But yeah, we do quite well today, really, in terms of rides. Done 4 coasters, go around to Saw the Ride now, hopefully get that done. But we've been here a couple of hours maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a nice quiet day today. It's not like super dead, like walk-on queues, but they're quite low. I mean, Colossus was the busiest, but operations on there were quite poor compared to the other coasters, weren't they, what we've done today?
Yeah.
But I really got a soft spot for Colossus. I really like it. I know you're not as big a fan.
Mashed my ear.
I think there's more people out there that don't enjoy Colossus than there is that enjoy it, to be honest. You're not the only one. There's a lot of people who will say, Sean, what do you see in Colossus? And for me, it's just it's an emotional connection about riding it in its opening year, all the different elements on there. Love the Cobra roll, love all the inversions at the end in a row. Just a great ride in general. I just really like it, but I can understand why someone may have found it a bit too rough. But it certainly is smoother this year than it has been the past few years, though, in my opinion. Like, yes, it might sound a bit rough off ride, but actually it rides a lot better than it was before. But anyway, something I do find a bit unbearable is Saw the Ride.
I used to love it, but it's only 15.
15, well, there we go. We thought we might be busier, but there we go. So we'll head round here, and there's a bit of theming over here as well for Fright Nights. Look at this.
You must make sure you secure any items you have with you, such as keys, wallets, and cell phones.
Five coasters down then, and we've just come off Saw the Ride. It was okay on my seat. I was on the front, on the inner seat, and it's not too bad. But if you're on the outside, where Charlotte was sat, then it's not great, is it? How was it? Yeah, it is a bit unbearable. Like I say with that, it all depends on where you sit. It's 10 years old now, like I said, back in 2009, Gerstlauer Eurofighter, and with those rides, you know, it's very dependent on what time of day you go on it, if you're on the front or back row, and yeah, depending on where you sat as well. If you want a smoother ride, you want to be where I was on that one, on the front row, in the middle, and try and get the second dispatch as well. So like when you go into the station, don't go to the first 2 bays, like you want to go to the second 2 closest to the baggage hold, because then you get on the second dispatch and a longer little spiel from Jigsaw himself.
His mouth doesn't
no, it doesn't. Yeah, that was broke last time I was here as well. It must have been broke for a while, but anyway, 5-minute wait now for The Walking Dead the ride. Not a big fan of this, I'm not gonna lie, but we'll go on it for 5 minutes, you may as well. And that means we've only got 1 more coaster to do today, and that's a night ride on the Flying Fist later on. So let's get a ride on The Walking Dead. And by the way, Charlotte, where's my cushion?
Look how small these are now.
I know. Is that everywhere, do you think? Or?
Cushions used to be massive. Look how small it is.
Oh, I know. KFC, shocking. At least it's still got a KFC here, though. Do love it. I'm going to have a boneless banquet tonight.
So am I.
Oh, yes. potential when they rethemed X into The Walking Dead the ride. There could have been loads of animatronics, big special effects, all sorts of stuff, because the coaster layout itself is not bad, but yeah, honestly, I'm not a fan of that at all. Like, probably the most disappointing Thorpe Park edition of recent years, that
I'd
one.
rather have them kept X.
Yeah, I mean, we really liked it, didn't we, X? But there you go, it is what it is.
Oh, it's all
We've
the
been on
actors
it.
coming in
There we
now.
go, we waited, what, 5 minutes for that?
Yeah.
Not too bad. If you're at the back of the train, actually, it's a lot more enjoyable in terms of going over the different hills and things. But here we go, actors are arriving, ready for, what's that, The Walking Dead?
Yes.
I imagine? Yeah, there we go, yeah, they're all in the costumes there, ready to go. Here we go, it's like Universal Halloween Horror Nights, isn't it? You see them all walk out, like, it takes away for a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it takes it away when they're just walking past like all pallid.
At Halloween Horror Nights, obviously they do a lot of changeovers, like every 45 minutes or so. So you see it. Obviously with this it isn't too bad because they just put them in, and I believe they work out their own breaks and stuff between themselves. But anyway, it's nearly time for Halloween to begin.
Woo!
Are you ready?
Yeah.
We're going to head round towards Freak Massacre now, which is going to be our first attraction, the big new one for this year, and I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. We'll make our way round there. It opens in just under 30 minutes. Here we go. We're in the queue line for Freak Massacre. Oh my God, he's getting into it.
YouTube.
Theme Park Worldwide.
Jonah.
I love it. Jonah from Thorpe Park, everybody. Yes, here we go. That's it. We've got the blade spinning at the bottom there. And here we go. How you feeling?
I'm a bit on edge.
Bit on edge. Oh, I'm sure you'll be fine. Unfortunately, we can't film inside the attractions. Like I say, we couldn't make it for the press night where they do allow you to film in them. But we'll be sharing our thoughts on all the different attractions that we're going to be doing. And we're excited. We've also got containment booked as well. So how it works, all the attractions are free to enter, apart from containment, which is like the escape room. But we have booked that. It's normally £10, but with annual passes, it's £8. So here we go. We'll see you when we come out of Freak Massacre, Nuba 2019 at Thorpe Park Fright Nights. So we've just come out of the Nuba 2019 Freak Massacre. What do you think?
I'm still shaking. Oh my God, that was really good.
I was very impressed with that.
I loved that.
Kind of feels like Thorpe Park Fright Nights is kind of back on form with that.
Yeah, that was really good.
Really good. Like, it was a lot longer than I was expecting as well. Like, I thought it was going to be quite short actually. It was probably in there maybe 7 or 8 minutes, I'd say. Some brilliant theming throughout the whole attraction. You can't recognise at all that you're in the former Loggersley queue line and station. Loads of theming, lots going on, plenty of actors, and of course a lot of chainsaw action.
I was lucky because Sean got pulled aside.
I got split off.
I went through with some fans, so I wasn't on my own, but I had a chainsaw on my arm and everything.
Oh, I'm
my
so
God.
proud of you there. You're so good with the chainsaws now.
I did come out the wrong door at the end though. I thought it was the exit. So
Only
I
pushed the wrong
it.
door
I pushed the
open.
wrong door, but
Well, I came out the right way. In terms of in there, lots of different corridors. A bit like, you know, when you go through a fun house, you've got like the pillars that you walk through that spin. You got those. And then, yeah, it was literally like loads of corridors, lots of like wooden theming, old like metal tools, all that sort of stuff. You know, there wasn't so much a story throughout, so to speak, just some really good scares. I mean, we did get told a bit of a story at the start, but it was quite hard to hear with the audio. But I was really impressed with that.
the acting was
Yeah, really good
as
acting
well.
quality. Like the chainsaws, I don't know how many there was in there, maybe 4 or 5 chainsaws, I guess. Certainly felt like that. Like we say, it's a free flow maze, so you can get split up in there. I was on my own for a couple of bits at the end. I think I got recognised.
I loved you.
We went into a strobe maze that was amazing. I had to navigate that on my own, and it was full of smoke. Like strobe lights going off, it was excellent.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 from me for that.
I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. No, very enjoyable attraction. We'll try and do it later as well. I mean, we waited about 20 minutes for it there. But I'm glad we got in it. We'll probably go in later. There was a little bit of light seeping in the first section, with it being light outside still. So that's understandable. We'll do it again later. But I'm impressed with that.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, loads to look at, lots of theming. It was good. I really like all that style of theme. I've always enjoyed Altonville Mine Tours, at Alton Tower Scarefest. That's one of my favourites in terms of the theming. I wouldn't say that was as heavily themed, but this was more intense than Altonville Mine Tours. Yeah, like the chainsaws, it was crazy. Loved it. Really, really good. Up next, Platform 15. We're going to do it in the daytime. We know it's more of a nighttime
I've never done it
attraction,
in the
but
day.
no, I don't know if I have or not. But you get to appreciate some of the theming more and set design. We've heard there's some changes in here for this year. It's only on a 10-minute wait, so we'll see you after. was certainly interesting going through platform 15 in the daytime. And like I said before we went in, it's definitely worth doing it at night, and that definitely confirms it doesn't have to doing it again in the daytime. Yeah, it is a nighttime attraction, that one. We got to see the theme in a bit more detail though. What do you think?
I've not really got any words for that.
No.
Like, in my opinion, that should not be open until dusk. Like, you're walking through the tunnel, you can see everything.
Yeah, it's not great. I mean, Blair Witch doesn't open until dusk.
It should open at dusk.
Really, it should.
Like we were saying, there's a bit too much outdoors and stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing with this event. You got to think there's like 3 different attractions that are outdoors, and then after doing Creek Freak, that was absolutely brilliant. We really enjoyed it. Going into that was a bit like. It's good at night though, so we can't give it our full review until we've done it at night. But just a bit of advice for you, really. If you're only doing it once and it's got a queue, do it at night. Luckily, that was walk on, so we thought we may as well do it. It's right next door to Creek Freak. But yeah, in terms of you head round past the old train, it's basically you're on a tour of some of Thorpe's old rides, basically on the 2 mazes. Obviously, we're long as leaving there, and then with this one, going around the old train track. Of course, you actually see the train. Normally, a fire effect on there. There wasn't in the daytime. Don't know if it was just broken or you don't have it in the daytime. I'm not too sure. You then follow it round a path in through like a wooden building. That's my personal favourite scene in there.
That's really
yeah, you've got all sorts of like twisted and evil stuff happening in there. Then you make it round to tunnel number 5, which exits just behind us, and where you actually went into a new scene. I thought it was going to be a bit bigger actually. People have been saying, oh, you know, there's a new scene at the end. Not a lot really happened in there.
The problem we had, I think there was like a cast change, so we had loads of actors coming in, and it was just a bit.
Yeah, I think more cast were coming in at the end. There was just one actor that sort of walked out. In the tunnel, some good scares, just literally actors going along with a torch. You could see them, but again, at night time, that is a lot better.
Really
so can't review it properly. Daytime run through, 3 out of 10 from me.
2 out of 10.
2 out of 10 from Charlotte. We'll do it again at night. I'm sure it'll be much better, but just a bit of advice for you if you are coming to the event. Definitely worth saving it for a night time, that one. On to the next. So we've just ran into Ryan and Luke, who are big fans of Theme Park Worldwide, and you got some of our merchandise on. Love it. You got a hoodie on there, but how long have you had that for?
2 days.
About 2 days, you literally just had it. But if you do want to buy some of our merchandise, you can find it down below in the video description. But there you go, thank you very much, and thanks for supporting the channel. We really appreciate it. Love it, great merch. Up next, it's time for our 3rd scare attraction of the day here at Thorpe Park Fright Nights 2019. It's The Walking Dead Living Nightmare. What is she doing? We'll see you when we come out. Right then, so we've just come out of The Walking Dead Living Nightmare, and we were straight in there as well, like we didn't have to wait, which is good. And to be honest, I'm quite glad we didn't have to wait for that. It wasn't a great run through at all. Bear in mind, similar to Freak Massacre, that's a full-on scare maze that's all indoors, you know. It's not like platform 15 where you walk outside and it's got some indoor elements. It's a full-on indoor scare attraction, and yeah, normally you get some pretty good scares in there. I mean, there's a strobe maze, there's a bus that you walk through, but it wasn't great, was it?
The theming's so good, but the ending, what was that? It was like I was walking through a forest.
Yeah, I mean, that's always been like that, but you normally get some good jump scares coming out of the bushes.
You normally get held there, and then like, you've got to escape. Literally, we walked out, there was nothing at the end.
You did actually, they held you there. It's like you've got to escape. And we didn't have Negan at the start either.
No, it was just
with the baseball bat, which was a bit weird. Obviously, you've got some great theming and stuff in there.
The theming's so good. The acting quality was really good as well.
Yeah,
but
it was.
The maze was just a bit
it just didn't come together, did it?
No.
Like, there was some good actors in there, but it was lacking an ending, and I don't know, it just didn't flow very well at all. We've come out of that. For me, I'm going to give that 3.5 out of 10. What about you?
3 out of 10.
3 out of 10, yeah. I mean, we'll give it another go later if it stays this quiet. That's the beauty.
It's so quiet.
That's the thing with scare attractions as well. If you've waited like an hour or 90 minutes for them, of course you're going into them with a lot higher expectations. When you can just walk in them like you can today, it makes you like be grateful, doesn't it? And think, actually, you know, I'm glad we didn't wait that long for it. Or, oh wow, I would have waited an hour for that. Like Creek Freak, we'd have waited an hour for that. It wouldn't have mattered,
we
would it?
wouldn't have been disappointed because it was so good.
But don't get me wrong, we've done it. Things are going all right so far. Better than last year at the moment, so we'll see what happens. But we've got The Walking Dead Do or Die coming up next. Like I say, this isn't really a proper scare maze. Again, this is another outdoor attraction, but we'll head into there. It's built up with like a bus at the front, various different shipping containers. We're going to give this one a go and we'll see what it's like. Last year Charlotte was a bit scared of the chainsaw.
I didn't do it, so I chickened out. This year I'm going in.
You didn't miss out on a lot last year, but hopefully it's going to be better this time. Let's go and find out. it's my friend again.
Hi, Jonah!
It's either that or you've got a identical brother that works over on there. Yeah, you got a twin. Oh, look at his glasses. Awesome. Here we go. Hey, think about all wide on YouTube. Love it. Waited about 20 minutes then there. It was advertised 60 actually, so when we saw that we was like, oh god, but yeah, it was only about 20. And yeah, for The Walking Dead Do or Die, what are your thoughts?
I loved that.
Yeah.
It was more for the funny side though, but I think we had quite a funny run
To
through.
be fair though, you had a couple of good scares in there.
Yeah, we ended up being on our own. We was locked in a cupboard and stuff.
Yeah, like, I think we got recognised again by a couple of the actors. But in general, that was good. I enjoyed it. Lots more to look at in there than last year. It kind of felt last year, it was a lot of like Harris fencing all the way around. And don't get me wrong, there's still some of that in there, but there was a lot more props and theming to look at. There was a barbecue with some sausages cooking on there. Made me hungry. Lots of other bits of theming. It's a combination, of course, you start off on the yellow school bus just there, where you sit down, you get told that you know, they're coming on to come and get us, you need to stay low. Really builds the atmosphere up, you know, they don't like push you through that too quick. So you're on there maybe a couple of minutes, actually sat down on the bus, and then of course someone comes on, and it got quite violent, didn't it, at that point? You know, and he was like holding him down, we all had to get off the bus, then make our way through various different shipping containers, you know, like the big metal containers, some good theming, props to look at. Enjoyed it, some good jump scares in there. I'd say there was probably better jump scares in there than Creek Freak in terms of hiding and then coming from around the corner. Creek Freak, you could see them, you know, and obviously building up the atmosphere, and that works for that. But with this, it was more about the jump scares. I enjoyed it. Second favourite one we've done today.
Yeah, I really liked that.
Yeah, I thought that was a lot better than Living Nightmare, to be honest.
Definitely.
And bear in mind, we did that in the daytime. It's another one that's going to be a lot better at night. So, no, it was good. For me, I'd probably give that maybe a 6, I would say.
I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm quite impressed with that. At the end of the day, Fright Nights is certainly an improvement on last year. And it's not even dark yet. The main atmosphere of the event hasn't kicked in. But no, I enjoyed it. It was good to do it.
Yeah.
So obviously we've got Blair Witch still to do. So we're going to be heading over there to give that a go once it opens at dusk, whatever time that may be.
Guessing maybe 6.
Maybe. Obviously that might change as the event goes on as well, when the clocks change. Along with that, we've got containment, which we've got to pay for, but we've booked a slot. So we're going to do that because we haven't done it for a good few years. And then we've got like the little show up by stealth, see the scare zone / show that we'll see. And like the zombie cheerleaders, isn't it? And then that'll be all. There's the Screenplex Cinema. I don't know if we'll have a chance to do that. I mean, it is just a 4D cinema show, but we'll see. But in terms of the attractions, a real good mix, I'd say. I kind of miss having Tour Alive. It feels weird not having it.
Yeah,
You've had it so many years.
Another indoor mate, because the others are outdoor.
What would have really made it if Big Top was still here as well, wouldn't it? But still, it's an improvement on last year. I'm enjoying it. I look forward to doing a couple of these again in the dark and seeing what they're like. Hopefully we'll get reruns in them all again tonight. I mean, it's not that busy. Absolutely love the atmosphere all around Amity here at Thorpe Park. It's a great area, all the music playing, oh, it's just great, and I can't wait to see the lighting tonight. One thing we did forget to mention just was that there was a chainsaw at the end of that attraction last year, and there wasn't this year, because that's why Charlotte was a bit scared last year and didn't do it because of the chainsaw. But we would say though that's because of all the chainsaws in Creek Freak, which is good really, because it means it's not too repetitive with chainsaws.
Chainsaw after chainsaw.
Yeah, but anyway, we're gonna have a KFC.
Yes!
Here we go, I'm looking forward to it. Bonus banquet for one.
Bonus banquet.
Here we go, oh, for two, lovely. Well, yeah, we're going to do that. Then we'll carry on, do some more attractions. But yeah, not looking too busy at all. I mean, this is a good point to sort of judge the crowds here at Thorpe Park. Bear in mind, it's a Friday. We thought we'd come on a quieter day, but I'm thinking we might get more sort of kids coming after school and stuff. I don't know, but we'll see. Yeah, it should start to get busier now if it is going to, but we'll see what happens. Take me to KFC. Give me some popcorn chicken. So we had our KFC and then we made our way over to Containment that's located in the shipping containers that you can see just behind us. It's about a 20-minute experience, isn't it? Where you go through various different rooms, an escape room with actors basically. You got to work out different codes to get you through into the next section. But I enjoyed that a lot more this time.
Really enjoyed it.
And we escaped. Thanks to Charlotte and two other gentlemen that were in there. I was useless. I'm not very good at these escape rooms.
We got out!
nice to get out. But I enjoyed that a lot more that
really
time.
enjoyed that.
I kind of understood what was happening a lot more with you're going through like different fears that you have, like the dentist, blood. And I won't give anything away because, of course, if you're going in there, you need to go in and not sort of know the puzzles and things. But you got some great theming. Actors were good. If you are struggling, they will help you out a little bit as well. I think it's worth the £8 that we paid.
Really
normally £10, like I say, but because we're annual pass holders, we got a discount. But I enjoyed it. Any other highlights for you in there without spoiling it too much?
It's just, you're so pumped for it because you're like, I want to get out, I want to get out, and we managed to do it, so I'm so pleased.
Quite a good atmosphere in there as well. Obviously, it does rely on the whole group, doesn't it, taking part or trying to take part. But I did put my hand in a few little holes that you have to go into.
I didn't put my hand in any holes. I did other stuff.
You managed to work out the codes.
Yeah.
So well done.
Yay.
We did it. Would I recommend it? If you've never done it before, I'd say yes.
Really good.
That was only our second time doing it, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was different to when we very first did.
Yeah, like I'd say it's definitely been improved,
Really
and
nice.
it was worth doing. But there we go.
Yeah.
We're going to head over to Blair Witch then now.
Yes.
Head over towards there, and we've also got to go and see the Scare Zone / show as well up by Stell. So maybe have a look up there first, and then we'll do Blair Witch. But it's starting to get dark. What a productive day, and what a great day we're having at Thorpe Park Fright Nights. A big difference to last year, I tell you. Here we are then in the Stealth Plaza, ready for terror at Amity High. High school sucks, and here it is. Love it, a bit of Scare Zone action. So they had these guys last year, but they made a few improvements around here for this year. Got the big school bus over there, all these flags that are up. Oh, she's giving us evils over there. Yeah, it says every 20 minutes to do a bit of a show, which I assume is on the stage over there. So we'll linger about and we'll get some footage of that in action. Well, I must say, there's not much scaring going on at the moment. We've been sitting here just sort of taking in the atmosphere for about 5 minutes now, and they've chased a couple of people, but not quite what I was expecting. I've had a look at the map, and it's not really advertised as a full scare zone, it seems. He's just sitting down now, though. Yeah, it just seems a bit like, yeah.
Very unprofessional. Like, there's a board out to say that there's going to be scares, but they stood around chatting to each other.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the odd scare going on, but it's nothing like a lot just standing about. Yeah, it was a lot better last year, but it is advertising shows every 20 minutes. So let's see what happens, because they've got all the bunting up around here, some lighting, obviously the stage over there, and one of the actors has just gone into the bus, so maybe the show's going to start. I mean, they've got some lighting, they've got the mirror ball up there, all that stage area set up. So let's see what happens in the next few minutes. Tell you what though, doesn't the swarm look amazing at night with the lights on? Oh, I love it. Got to have a night ride on there tonight. So that's that one for now. So the actors just come over to us and said, like, out of character, was like,
Completely broke character.
if you're waiting for the show, just so you know, the next one's at 7 o'clock. And we're like,
Doing them every 2 hours.
every 2 hours.
When
So-
on the map it says every 20 minutes.
and there's a sign out on
It
the
was like,
stage.
it's because it's not very busy.
Well,
Why?
okay, fair enough. We'll come back later.
Yeah.
It's only 6:20. We thought we're not sitting there for 40 minutes,
No.
so we're going to go and do Blair Witch, I think.
Yeah.
And go give that a go. It's our last scare attraction. To see, you know, we've done well though. It's been well worth the trip today. Better than last year, but that's not as good at all around there.
No, there's no point having them out.
Yeah, I mean, they're just strolling about, aren't they, at the
Bring
moment?
them out every 2 hours.
Yeah, but hopefully the dance will be good. I mean, we've seen a few
Yeah.
photos of that from
It
friends
looks
and
good.
fans of the channel. It looks okay, that does.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll see that later. But it's a bit annoying though now, because you've kind of got a plan to come back to it and stuff. So, hey, love it. Yeah, you kind of got a plan to come back to it and stuff. And it's like every 20 minutes, it's okay just to sit down, have a chill, watch it, and then carry on.
Then every 2 hours, it's like...
Yeah, like now we've got to put a plan in place to come back to it and stuff, and obviously guests coming to the park have as well, but it's one of them, isn't it? You know, move on with it. We'll come back and see it later, but let's go down to Blair Witch. You've got to do this one as it's getting dark, or ideally when it's pitch black, but that's the only one we've not done. We'll do it now, and then if we get a chance later, we'll go through again as well. I think someone needs to update the screen just here from every 20 minutes to 2 hours. Yeah. Here we go then, time to enter the main queue for our final scare attraction to see at Fright Nights 2019. It's Blair Witch. We'll see you when we come out. Right, so we waited about 30 minutes there for Blair Witch. And I must say, the theming has been really improved in there on previous versions of it. Would you agree? Like, theming was a lot better.
It was so like you was alone in the woods. and I got hit in the face with a conifer.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of makes it. You are walking through the woods, you got like a couple of tents and stuff hanging up from the trees that have all like been abandoned, and they'd use like a lot of twigs and branches and like made archways and stuff. I really liked all that. Theming, excellent, couldn't fault it. Some good like ambient sounds in there, and also the lighting was fantastic as well.
Good, yeah.
Brilliant, loads of improvements made to it. In terms of our run through, it was kind of spoiled a bit by the group we were with, which obviously isn't the park's fault, you know.
Yeah.
We went through a group and they were like running and pushing and shoving us all the time, and it was like, I actually nearly got pushed over in one of the buildings. It's mostly outdoors, but you go through a couple of buildings, and finales in a building with some smoke. Not loads of a finale too, where Rosdy really.
Yeah.
But yeah, and also an actor, like, I thought it was part of the story.
She shoved me out the way.
What happened?
So basically, I was walking around the corner, she shoved me out the way and she's like, where's my hat?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know where your hat is, I didn't even know you had a hat.
I thought it was part of the story, but
No,
it wasn't.
She stopped the
Whole group.
Completely broke character.
And was like, someone's had my hat, and I don't know if anybody had or not. It didn't look like someone from the group were the sort of people that would take it, but I don't know.
And stuff.
So yeah, it kind of spoils it a bit halfway through. Theming's really good though.
It was like, we kept going different ways.
Yeah.
And the doors were shut, and then the other group came in, so we had about a group of 30.
Yeah, we thought that it was straight on. In fact, we had to just loop back round, so it wasn't like that clear which way we were going. One thing I did miss in there though, I didn't find, there wasn't the jump scares there used to be.
Torches.
With the torches, like running up to you and then the flash of torch on.
And I didn't see
none
the
of
witch
that.
either.
No, we didn't see that. So I don't know if it was an actor change or we just had a bad run through, but theming's better, and yeah, like that's the theme of that one really.
Yeah.
Obviously we've seen all the different scare attractions now.
Yeah.
In general, this year's event is a lot better than last year.
Yeah.
It was terrible last year, it was awful. However, there's still a long way to go until Fright Nights is back on the level it used to be. Is it the home of fear? Certainly not.
Definitely.
However, it's better than last year, and the new attraction for this year, Freak Massacre, is excellent. We're hoping to get another couple of run-throughs now. It's only like just gone 7 o'clock. Hopefully go and see the show/scare zone as well, and get a couple of night rides in. Yeah, we'll see what happens, but probably going to do platform 15 now. They're advertising it at 65, but we can't see any queue, and whilst we've been doing this over the past couple of minutes, there's like hardly anybody gone in, so we'll see what happens. Got to do that though at night because it's a lot better. So overall though, it's better than last year. So we'll do a couple more run-throughs and share some more thoughts a little bit later on in the evening. So we've just had another run through on platform 15, this time in the dark. Much better, wasn't it?
Definitely, much better on that run through than it was on our last one.
Look at Stealth, looks amazing behind us. We're going on there next. Yeah, we also got a finale this time, didn't we? Like a new scene. We were all led into a room, and then this lady, this like train conductor, explained a bit of story, saying that we've gone like the wrong way. And they've escaped, and then there was like a bit of a scene with 2 actors in there, and then they escaped and chased us out with a strobe light. So there was actually a new scene at the end, which we didn't see properly earlier, but yeah, I enjoyed it a lot more. Nighttime run through, I'd say 7 out of 10. It was really good, solid. But anyway, here we are at Stealth, and it's quiet. Like there's still what, 2.5 hours or something left to go.
Currently 8:15.
8:15, so there's like what, just under 2 hours to go, and you know there's it's dead, like it's gone really quiet, hasn't it now? So we're going to do some night rides, hopefully get Stealth in, try and do the Swarm, and then we want to try and do the Walking Dead Do or Die again, and then end on Freak Massacre. That's the plan. Very productive day at Thorpe Park Fright Nights today, but here we go, let's go for a ride on Stealth. Advertised 15, looks like it's walk on to me. Let's go. On ride in the dark on the back row of Stealth. Perfect, that was awesome. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to be seeing the show though. With it raining so much, I can kind of understand why they may have took the actors away in the rain. I can understand that. And here we go, we've got some entertainment though. From Charlotte, you got a microphone, you got a mirror ball. Give us some entertainment, here we go. I said give us some entertainment. On a serious note, I can understand why this isn't going ahead now because it's too slippery. I mean, that's fair enough, but earlier on they should have had the shows, but I don't think we're going to be seeing this one, unfortunately. but at least we saw the actors and the costumes earlier. Fancy the Swarm? A soaker ride. I am getting soaked. The camera is like dripping wet through. But Stel looks amazed at night. Look at it, what a beauty. Would have got some more shots, but yeah, I'm getting soaked. And so's the camera.
Well, it sounds like that car is enjoying
wet we are. We've just come off the Swarm and it absolutely chucked it down. Bear in mind, we've had a bit of rain on and off for the past couple of hours. When we went through platform 15 again, it was raining. But yeah, we're dripping wet through, but we're powering on. There's like an hour and 20 minutes to go. The Swarm is an excellent night ride. Even better when it's completely walk on. Normally we say, oh, walk on as in getting into the air gates. The air gates are open, they were waiting for riders. It was literally 110% like walk on. It looks great at night with all the lights on the trains. Unfortunately, one of the train only had some of the lights on, but the other one looked awesome. No fire going off tonight, which is a shame. That would have made a good shot. I did wait the 3 cycles because you normally get it then. And also, they have put like a new lighting effect and put some hands in the windows on the aircraft. So that's quite cool. But yeah, in terms of what we're going to do now, I'm going to put a few more shots in for you guys, just general around the park, capturing some of the rides at night. I don't think the lighting's quite as good this year, actually. Still not loads of generators around, like you get at Alton Towers. You know, all you hear is like all the way around. But here, normally have a bit more theme lighting. It's just like a lot of standard lighting outside. It used to look a bit like it does in here all around. But in general, you know, we've got loads in today. It's been well worth the trip down here. We're going to go and do the Walking Dead Do or Die again. We enjoyed it earlier in the daytime. I'm sure it'll be a lot better at night, like even better. And then we're going to sort of end on Freak Massacre, I think. That's the plan. Get another couple of runs in them. Maybe do another night ride or something in between if we get a chance. But we've had a really good day. Like, I've enjoyed it. We'll do a full summary a little bit later on. Over the next few minutes, here's some more footage from across Fright Nights. And we'll be back where we'll wrap up the vlog, probably in here in the dome. We'll wrap up the vlog and share our full thoughts a little later. So we'll see you a little later on. So it's come to the end of our day here at Thorpe Park Fright Nights. We managed to do exactly what we wanted to then, didn't we? Started off with The Walking Dead Do or Die in the dark. All the lighting and everything there was really good. Acting quality, I'd say, was the same as earlier on in the daytime. But if you've only got a chance to do it in the daytime or at night, I'd say do it at night with that one.
See, I kind of preferred the daytime one. Maybe because we was in a group on our own as well.
And maybe because it was your first experience. You kind of knew what was coming later on.
Really good.
And then we've just done Freak Massacre again. Wow, even better than earlier on. Incredible. Like that chainsaw action. We know there's at least 4 chainsaws. There could be a lot more, but there's at least 4. Because when we came into the cages at the end, into the strobe maze, there was like 3 in there and 1 round the corner. There's also 1 in the corridor before that, but there's a lot. There's at least 4. It's hard to tell, isn't it? Like who's like going through different doors and stuff. Which ones have you seen before in other corridors? What an amazing attraction. Lots of details in there. Something that I did notice this time, like there's a massive like body on like a bit of a stage. It looks like something should be happening there, but it looks like someone should be being cut up or something, but they weren't, so not too sure about that. But hands down, that is what we want more from, please, Thorpe Park. More stuff like Freak Massacre. That's been my highlight. What about you?
So, Freak Massacre is my favourite maze ever that I've done at Thorpe Park.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't do the event years ago, did you?
No, like I only started coming like 2013, but absolutely love it. It was so good.
And I'm so proud of Charlotte because she had that chainsaw
I
over
lost
for years.
Sean twice, so I had other people on the second one who I was like clutching onto, but I managed to do it, so I'm proud.
I'm so proud of you, honestly, she did such a good job. In terms of other highlights of the event, Blair Witch, like there was theming improvements, but we didn't have the best run through. Platform 15 was good at night, like the scene at the end was really good. And yeah, just Living Nightmare was a big letdown today. We didn't enjoy that. We did it the once, but it was a letdown. Really, some improvements needed in there or a re-theme. And also the scare zone, obviously we didn't get to fully see that. Containment, we enjoyed that too.
Yeah, that was really
There's been a lot of positives to take from today. Park atmosphere's not been like absolutely incredible, but
it's not
been
been too
quieter.
busy, yeah.
And we're not complaining about that. We wanted a quieter day. So we've had that. We might not have had the big pumping Halloween atmosphere, but we don't mind that because it's been quieter. We've got loads done. 2 runs through loads of the scare attractions, loads of night rides and daytime rides. It's been a really good day. Also want to say in terms of the event as well, there seems to be a lot more security around, which is good. Just, you know, keeping like queue jumping to a minimum, that sort of stuff. So I've noticed here in the past at Thorpe Park, you get quite a lot of queue jumping and yeah, you know, it's felt very safe, lots of security around. That was a big thing from last year that we really felt it needed. So overall, still a long way to go. It's not the home of fear like they claim, but it's an improvement.
Big step up from last year.
They've got one big solid maze and a few other smaller bits that are great. I'd love to see them next year put in another second full-on maze and then just keep developing and moving forward with that. I'd rather have 2 or 3 full-on attractions than 5 or 6 smaller, mediocre ones. But there we go. We've enjoyed it all in all. Freak Massacre is the highlight. And we hope you've enjoyed our vlog from Thorpe Park, Fright Nights here on Theme Park Worldwide. That's been Charlotte. I'm Sean Sandbrook, and that means it's time to do those credits. See you later.